Hi guys, Jason Rzucidlo, reporting from AutoMobility L.A. In case you're wondering, it's the official media preview of the 2017 Los Angeles Auto Show.
And as soon as cars got electronic, Microsoft software was often in there, and even early versions of Windows embedded versions that go back a long time. Their partnership with Ford when they helped to really start this new era with Sync. This is a company that's known its way and has been embedded in automotive longer than I think they get credit for in many cases. Let's take a look now at some news announcements from Microsoft right here on our stage. Please welcome Sam George, Director of Azure IoT at Microsoft.
Thanks everyone, and thanks for having us. My name is Sam George. I'm the Director of Azure IoT. I lead our IoT products and business at Microsoft. And I'm here today to talk about the road to a smarter society. You know, we as humankind have always strived for better societies. Societies that are safer, with clean air, clean water, clean usage of resources, that are accessible, that are inclusive. These are very important things that Microsoft takes very seriously. Microsoft believes that technology can help many of the problems that the world faces today. And I'm here today to talk about some of those. And it's no accident that academia is picking up on some of these things as well. For example, the Fletcher School of Tufts University, which defines connected societies as appropriately applying digital technology for three main purposes: for the well-being of its citizens, for a stronger economy, and for more effective use of institutions. If we look back on how we got here, there's been some incredible revolutions. We're in the fourth industrial revolution right now. But as the first ones got going and the transportation revolution happened several centuries ago, it resulted in faster transportation, a stronger economy, a more connected society. And it also resulted in problems, congestion, pollution, depletion of natural resources. Microsoft very much believes that technology can be brought to bear to solve these problems and so many more. We are now in the middle of the fourth industrial revolution. And with each one of these industrial revolutions, some innovation has powered those. In the transportation revolution, that was powered by fossil fuels and steam. The fourth industrial revolution is being powered by the cloud. And not just the cloud, what Microsoft refers to as the intelligent cloud and an intelligent edge. So we don't think everything happens just in the cloud. It happens on the edge as well. And that's where we're investing and making it available, making cloud technologies available right on devices and physical assets, and to be able to move them at will and as needed for different scenarios. This results in smarter cities. This is what's powering autonomous vehicles. This is what's making assets be able to call for help instead of simply braking. And these kind of innovations are what's leading to dramatic reductions in energy, dramatic reductions in the consumption of natural resources, which is something that we very much need to survive as a species going forward. Microsoft is investing billions of dollars in this to build leading-edge services and to build leading-edge infrastructure in more regions than any other provider on the planet, and for good reason. By 2025 alone, either directly or indirectly, people will interact with connected devices over 4,800 times every day. And that's not just personal devices they carry with them, that's devices around them. People are increasingly moving to the cities and putting pressure on them. There's going to be 2 billion more people in cities by 2050 alone. And that calls for smarter cities with better infrastructure, with more conservative use of energy, and better usage of natural resources. Leaders today know that it's important to get started now. Microsoft is working through many of our initiatives with cities around the planet to provide better infrastructure, to provide more intelligence in the cloud and on the edge to power these smarter cities. As an example, Auckland, New Zealand is going to double its population in just 20 short years. They're very focused on being the world's first smartest city. And there's a company that we're working with, which is Auckland Transport, which is building a smart energy grid to provide the backbone that enables this as a smart city on the forefront of technology. Microsoft's founder, Bill Gates, and his Belmont Investment Corporation is investing $60 billion or $80 billion in a smart city just outside of Phoenix alone. And these are just two examples of the cities that we're working with across the planet to dramatically reduce energy usage and natural consumption. I'd like to show a quick video about how our partners are taking a role in this.
Here in Barcelona, we're talking about connected cities.
We're talking about smart cities in general with regards to environment and safety and education.
Our cities are full of data.
Cars are an integral part of any smart city.
When you think about the intersection between connected cars and city infrastructure, you start to get benefits for public safety, for mass transit, for emergency response.
So there's a couple cars parked in the Microsoft booth.
The conversation around urban mobility has increased vastly this year.
Cars drive through cities. If these cars can both emit and subscribe to data in their environment as they go through, then we're all going to live much happier, healthier lives.
We're working with the very best automotive manufacturers in the world. We're working with the very best city infrastructure providers in the world. I don't think anyone else can bring them together the way that Microsoft can.
Microsoft provides one of the most powerful, flexible, cloud-based platforms to do this.
All built on the Azure platform is we've integrated.
We have a partner ecosystem that no one else has.
We can zoom right into the center of town.
The city of the future, that light will turn green, it will turn red. There'll be algorithms that run, and traffic lights won't be on timers anymore. They'll be connected to the flow of vehicles that are moving through them.
There will be new services and new capabilities that we haven't even really thought of yet.
People being less stressed, people being more productive, and cities running much more efficiently.
Who would have imagined this all would be possible someday? It's super exciting.
And if we can make these modern experiences come to life in Los Angeles, I think the world is going to see what's possible.
So in the paradigm of the intelligent cloud and the intelligent edge, something that's very, very key is location. Things exist in the real world, things move around, and some of the incredible breakthroughs that we're seeing across the planet right now are coming from rich intelligence that's being powered by the intelligent cloud. Now, the intelligent edge exists in the real world, and it's important to be able to track these things, to provide things like better fleet management, better asset tracking, to provide new breakthroughs in autonomous driving and smart cities. Location is critical in all of these components. And so today, I'm thrilled to announce a brand new Azure service, Azure Location Based Services. Azure Location Based Services is a new standalone Azure service that's available now in public preview. Azure Location Based Services provides mapping, searching, routing, traffic, and time zones, and that's just at public preview. We have a whole set of services that will come at general availability next year. Now, the best part about Azure Location-Based Services is that it's deeply integrated into Azure itself. In fact, this is the first location offering by a cloud vendor on the planet that's deeply integrated into the cloud. And what that means is that if customers are using location, they can simply, or want to use location, they can simply use that as another Azure service in their Azure solution. They get the same single pane of glass with the Azure portal in order to manage this. It's integrated with Azure Monitoring, Azure Billing, and the Azure Resource Manager, which means you can simply take your solution, packages it as a template, and then redeploy it in any of the 42 regions worldwide that Azure supports. This makes it very easy to get going. And one of the things that's the best part that we like to highlight as part of Azure Location-Based Services is that it meets the same high bar that customers look to Azure for in terms of sovereignty, data sovereignty, security, compliance, scalability, and reliability. These are very, very important. So let me be very clear about this. Azure Location Based Services, when a customer is using those, the data is theirs. We do not inspect it, we do not track it, we do not monetize it. It is their sovereign data alone. And this is a reason why businesses and enterprises are choosing Azure. So I'm thrilled to announce this. And Azure Location Based Services is being done as a set of partnerships. And the first partnership that we're going to be announcing today is with TomTom. So TomTom is a worldwide leader in mapping and map-making technologies. I'm thrilled and humbled to be able to share the stage with Peter Franz Pauls, who's the co-founder of TomTom, and I'd like to welcome Peter up to the stage now. Peter, welcome.
Hey, Sam.
Great to see you.
Great
awesome.
to be here.
Well, we're so excited about our partnership with TomTom. I just couldn't be more ready. And so what I'd love to understand is, what's the importance of this partnership to TomTom?
Okay, of course, we are super excited about this partnership. You know, what this is about, it is about sharing a powerful vision about that future where we are going to connect cities, where we're going to connect vehicles, where we're going to connect infrastructure. There's going to be so much opportunity out there to get that done. And so what the two of us really want to do is to accelerate that, to make it easy for app developers, for enterprises, for cities to go ahead and bring out a platform that is deeply integrated, location-enabled, and that is really what it is about, to accelerate that. And on top of that, at TomTom we know a lot about location. We do great stuff with location. And we've been doing great stuff with automotive parties, with mobile internet and ride-sharing companies. And through this partnership, we'll be able to bring those same technologies and content through enterprise on a large and global scale. So we're excited about that.
That's awesome. So could you share a little bit about the vision of how your online services will evolve and why Azure is an important component of that?
So if you think about location, you know, it really means that is where the connection happens between the physical world and the digital world. And of course, location and having location online available is super important already today with our smartphones, with e-commerce, etc. But think about that future where we are looking at, let's say, a smart taxi, an autonomous taxi in Berlin driving around that is going to be connected to the cloud, getting location information from there. Or whether it's about a pollution center in L.A. Or maybe a neural network in Hong Kong planning capacity for mass transit in the next 90 minutes. All of this is going to be relying on online location and real-time information. And that is super important. And in this partnership, we work together with Microsoft to have that global reach, the reliability and the robustness. And what we bring to the party is a real-time map that is reliable. Already today we are taking in every day 10 billion real-time observations every day again from over 500 million sources, vehicles, cars, trucks, smartphones. And in real time, we process that into that real-time map and redistribute that. And this is only going to explode as our infrastructure, our cities and cars, indeed, autonomous cars, are getting more sensors. And we're going to have a much more granular view on that world. And again, through this cloud, we're going to get the bandwidth, we're going to get the computing power and the storage capabilities to really make that available to the world.
That's awesome. That's an amazing amount of data that you're collecting as part of this and powering these services. So like all companies on the planet right now, TomTom is undergoing a digital transformation, just like Microsoft. I mean, how does this fit in with your digital transformation strategy?
So for us, this is a real fit. And for us, when we think about our digital transformation, we put that in the context of the transformation of mobility and the whole energy transition that is coming towards us, where we see that in the next decade or next decade and a half, the way how we will move around, mobility will change. We will go to a world where it's mobility as a service. We don't own our vehicles anymore. It will be available. We'll be using autonomous vehicles that are driving on electricity, sustainable electricity. We'll have mass transit, which is all planned all together. And that is a world that we're moving for. There are important factors driving that. There's pollution, there's congestion, there's loss of life in traffic, unfortunately, and there's a lot of capital sunk into cars, privately owned cars that are not being used today. So these are powerful factors that will make that happen. And we are working on bringing a mobility platform to the world, amongst others through this partnership, that will allow us all to work on that future through that transformation of mobility.